So let's talk about what's through the race today.
Yeah, no, I felt confident leading in. I'm still in pretty hard training because Prix is a big race next week, and I mean the field's not that great, but it's a good race. So I'm really obviously focusing on that. I want to get the standard here today. I'm definitely in really good shape, so that was the plan. Kind of just didn't get on the pace. I expected more people to kind of push forward for it, and then the last lap felt very slow for me, which was a good sign. So I came through on the outside and just made so I could win the race. And overall, I'm happy with it. But obviously, to get the standard was the goal. But winning this race, it's good points for me. I don't win many races anymore because I'm usually in these races where if you're winning it, you're probably the Olympic and world champion. So it's a good confidence booster leading into Prix.
Talk about Prix. Remember the races like that?
No, Oslo, when I was injured, that was a big race. I think Josh Kerr was 10th and he ran 3:30. And he said that's the best opener he's ever had. So this is a big one. This is going to be a big one for a lot of egos, but I think it's going to be a big one for me because it'll be the first race where I'll have a kind of inkling of where I am with the world's best. And I mean, there's a bit of tossing and turning with the banter, but really, you can't disrespect that field. If you do, you'll get eaten alive. And my plan is to respect that field, but put my position in place as hard as I can.
You guys talked about the rivalry between Ingebrigtsen and Kerr.
Yeah.
On the podcast a bunch. Something pretty close to it. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, I mates with them off the track. I think it's funny because the sport needs it. It needs a bit of upkeep, but then we had Hobbs Kessler on the podcast last week, and he's 21 years old, and he had a response that maybe somebody that's been in the sport for 40 years should have, where he talked about in high school, when you're coming through the system, whatever event you do, whether you're a male or female, non-binary, whatever you are, you always had that love and respect from your teammates, from your competitors. You always had some sort of feeling of comfort, and Hobbs doesn't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that. But I want the shit talk. I want the banter. It's got to hit the right line. It's got to hit the right audience. And I've seen Josh back away a little bit. I've seen Jakob kind of double dip down into it, but he's kind of talking about the general feel. But Jake Whiteman's back, he's a world champion. Yared Nagus, 343 mark. These guys are keeping quiet and they're going to wait for the opportunity to strike. And when they do strike, I guarantee you they will make a comment. And it won't be to diss the field, but it would spark a bit of, hopefully, a bit of humor and a bit of attention that we can get a season 2 maybe on that Netflix show. So that's the plan.
Is this kind of like Drake and Kendrick Lamar?
Well, I'm a big Kendrick guy, so I can't comment on that. But yeah, it's similar ways in which you're dealing with two great athletes. And I think the interesting aspect of this is that what's going to happen in the next 5 years, 10 years? I mean, you have Cam Lyons, 17-year-old. Is he going to start taking down that path, or is he going to be like, I don't care, I'm here to race and I'm enjoying being with these people? It all depends. It's all going to vary. But the personalities that I know Jakob is and I know Josh is, it makes sense. It's actually surprising it's taken this long. To be honest, this makes sense of who they are as people. But you run a bad race, or you run a good race, they're always there to congratulate you, respect you, but they want to put on the show.
It's really kind of like this because you guys are not under the radar, but the hype, the boxing poster, and like all these great events.
Yeah.
You guys have pretty good resumes.
Yeah, no, my resume's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, Mario's resume's not bad either. 4th and 6th as a professional runner. Commonwealth Games is yeah, thank you. It's a big deal. But I think a lot of that stuff is all going to depend on how can you handle that pressure? Can Josh handle? Can Jakob handle it? I mean, whoever wins the Olympic Games in Paris is going to have to handle that for the next 4 years. So you just have to take it as it is, but also just know that you can take the luxury of maybe being in the corner and enjoying being the shadows coming through and having that kind of success. But then once you're there, you have to be able to deal with it. So.
Ollie, and what's your message to all the Coffee Club fans out there?
Keep your squeeze. He's coming back. It's taking a bit of time, but he's coming back. Morgan McDonald, 13 minutes for the 5K, about bloody damn time. He can finally stop stressing about shit like that guy's been through. I mean, George and Morgan have been through a lot of adversity. I have been through recent adversity, but not as much as they have. And to see that success last night really put a big smile on my face. So Coffee Club Nation's hopefully happy with that one.
But Ollie, not just him, but